Hello everybody, Natalia here. It is approximately 8:30 on March 26th. It is a bit of a kind of dreary, cloudy Sunday morning, so today is the perfect day to film another Write With Me episode. I did get a few questions on Twitter that I will be answering kind of throughout the day and throughout this video. Alright, so this week has been a bit slow in the writing department. 2 weeks ago I was doing really well. I was writing about 1,000 words a day, so I was really on a roll, but then I went to the hot springs over the weekend and I didn't write anything on Saturday and Sunday, and then it was kind of difficult to catch back up during the week. I was writing about 500 to 700 words a day this past week. Yesterday was Saturday and I didn't write anything though, so that's not very good. I still am trying to hit 50,000 words before April arrives, so before I start on my Camp NaNoWriMo journey. So I think I have about 4,000 more words to go. I think I'm sitting at about 46,000 right now. So what I'm going to do today is aim for probably about 1,500 words will be my goal for today. If I hit more than that, fantastic. I usually do hit 2,000 or above on these Write With Me episode days, so my fingers are crossed. Okay, so I am currently working on chapter 14. I am on scene 2, probably about to finish up scene 2 because it's already 4,000 words long. That is a really long scene. And then scene 1 is 3,000 words. So chapter 14 alone is 7,000 words right now, and I am definitely going to have to kind of wrap that up. So it will be my goal to wrap up chapter 14 today and then maybe even get a start on chapter 15. So I will let you know how it goes, and I will check back in with you in a little bit. All right, bye. Hey, I'm back. It is approximately 9:30 now, so I've been at it for about an hour. But I didn't get much written. I wrote 483 words. I did finish chapter 14, so that has just the 2 scenes in it, but it is about 7,500 words, so it is a pretty long chapter, but I finished that one, and now I'm going to start on chapter 15, but I didn't write the entire hour. I'm participating in Read Self-Published Month, which is in April. I am helping set up all the giveaways for Read Self-Published Month, so that's what I've been working on for about half an hour. And it's tedious because I have like a Microsoft Word document that has all the authors, what book they're giving away, and then what they want featured in order to get into the raffle for that book. And I'm having to set up all these different giveaways for all those authors. So it's been tedious and it's taking a long time, and I'm not even halfway done with it yet. So I'm sure I'll be spending more time on that today. And then I also want to go ahead and answer a question that I got on Twitter. I have 3 questions currently that I will be answering today. Let's see what the first one is. All right, the first question is just about staying motivated and how do you stay motivated? You know, you're not going to be motivated all the time. I am definitely not motivated all the time. Something that really helps me though is working consistently, because like I mentioned earlier, when I missed a weekend of writing to go up to the hot springs, I lost a lot of motivation, and then the week after that I didn't get as much written as I was writing all the weeks before that. So setting a routine and sticking to it is definitely going to help a lot. And then on top of that, I like to listen to music to get myself motivated to write, and then look at images that inspire me and that have to do with kind of the scene that I'm writing or the kind of tone and theme of what I want to get across to the readers. That'll help a lot. And then really it just comes down to sitting down and doing it. You can't be motivated all the time, but you have to work anyway. Oh, and then one other thing that really helps me is thinking about the end goal. So writing a book or writing a novel, a book of poetry, whatever it is that you're working on, it's a huge task and it takes a lot of work to get to the end. And sometimes it feels like you're never going to get there and you're just working tirelessly and you're not getting any closer to your dreams and your goals, but you are. So what helps me is thinking, all right, every day that I sit down and write, even if I only write 500 words, I am working toward my goal of finishing my manuscript. Then once the manuscript is complete, I can order character art. That's what I like to do as like a gift to myself. After I finish the first draft of a manuscript, I buy character art so I can see my characters in front of me, and that is so exciting. So if you are not feeling very motivated to work, think about what your end goal is and try to get really excited about getting there, because if you're not sitting down and working on it every day or every other day or however often you can, then you're never going to reach that goal. So keep that in your mind, keep looking forward to that, and that will really help you stay motivated. All right, so I am going to get back into writing now. I'm taking a break from setting up those giveaways, so I'm going to go ahead and start chapter 15. I'm still not feeling super pumped up and excited about what I'm writing, and I think that's because I was just wrapping up chapter 14 and it was kind of slow, so I know that in edits I'm going to have to go back to chapter 14 and fix it up and make sure that it is exactly what I want it to be. And I'm not going to worry about that too much right now. I'm just going to jump ahead into chapter 15 and I will let you know how that goes in just a little bit. All right, bye. Hiya, I am back and it is about 10:45. So I think it's been about an hour since I last checked in. And I got more written. I wrote, let me double check here. I wrote 807 words, which puts me at 1,291 words for the day so far. So that's pretty good. I'm happy with that. I started on scene 1 of chapter 15, and I'm not super excited about how it's going. Oh, Mew Mew, she's moving my tripod. Hey, please stop. So the problem I'm having right now is I just finished up kind of a pretty exciting scene that I really had planned out, and now I have arrived at a point where I need to go back to my outline. Mew, please stop doing that. Good girl. All right, she stopped. So my problem right now is that I don't know exactly where I'm going, and sometimes that's a good thing because I can find kind of gems that I didn't know were in the story and that I didn't write into my outline. But right now I'm just struggling because I need to know where I'm going. I need to know the next big plot point that's coming up. So I've written, about 1,300 words today, and I have a basic idea of where I'm going next. I went back to my outline, I looked at it, but I need to do a little bit more. So I think I'm going to go ahead and make myself a bit of lunch and then look at my outline. Mew is really just getting all up on me right now. Come here. Here she is. Here she is. Here she is. Mew, mew, mew. Yeah, before I write too much more and, I feel like I'm getting myself kind of lost, I'm going to make food, go back to my outline, and get a really solid idea about where I need to go, why I'm writing what I'm writing, where that's going to lead to, so that I'm not just wasting my time in writing in circles. So yeah, that's what I need to do. I will check back, I don't know how long it'll be, maybe a couple of hours, and I will let you know later this afternoon how things have been going, alright? Oh, let me go ahead and answer one more Twitter question. All right, the next question is, let's see. How do you keep a balance between your inner editor and the creative you that wants to word puke? Oh, I love that, and I love how you worded that, Amanda. For me, since I am writing my first draft, I'm okay with some word puke, especially if you're excited about it and you just want to get it all out. I don't do too much editing in the first round. For me, it's not so much about the words that I'm putting down as it is about what I am building. So I kind of picture the first draft, the first manuscript, as the skeleton and the backbone of the story. So it's okay if the wording isn't perfect. It's okay if it's not really pretty yet, because once I have that skeleton and I get all the bones in place correctly, then I can go back in the second draft and start putting the skin on and putting the freckles and the hair and just adding to it. I know that's kind of a weird image, but that's really what I picture and that's what I imagine. And with every draft, I'm dressing this story up more and more. So if you have the desire to just word puke and get everything out, I think that's fantastic. It's definitely better to, in my opinion, it's better to get all that out so that you have something to work with it rather than let your inner editor take over and then get kind of intimidated and scared and, be too critical of yourself and then you just don't write anything at all. So try to quiet down that inner editor, put her or him, put it away for a while, and just write. And maybe you're somebody that wants to come back the next day and clean up what you wrote a little bit before moving forward, but just don't let yourself get too caught up in editing if you're working on your first draft. I'm not sure what you're working on right now. I'm not sure if you're writing the first draft of something or if you're on the third draft of something, because then you have very different kind of goals going into your project. But I'm assuming you're working on your first draft, and if that is the case, just word puke everywhere, and then you can come back and clean it up later. That's how I look at it, at least. Alright, so I'm going to go make myself some lunch, and I'm going to check in with you guys later. Bye! Hello, I am back. It is about 3 o'clock right now, I think, and unfortunately I haven't done any more writing because I've just been out and about doing stuff. I went to this awesome little metaphysical shop, and the guy working there put glitter in my hair. Can you see it? Okay, anyway, I am going to go ahead and try to get back into writing. My goal is to write another 800 words today if possible. If I can hit 2,000 words, I will be really happy with that. If not, then another 500 words, and I will probably call it good depending on how the words are flowing and how I feel about what I'm writing and just kind of the overall feel of what I'm working on. So I will be back in a short while to let you know how it's going. All right, bye. Wow, I am back already, and it's only been like 20 minutes. So I had a really nice writing sprint, and I ended up writing 726 words, which puts my word count total for the day at 2,017 words. So I'm really happy about that. The section that I just wrote ended on a pretty exciting note, which I like to do because if I write all the way through a scene and finish it, then when I come back the next day, sometimes I struggle with knowing where to start, or I'm not coming to it with as much excitement and enthusiasm. But if I cut off a scene right in the middle when all the action is getting really good, then I'm always really excited to return to it the next day. So that's what I'm going to do with this scene. I am not sure what this puts my word count total at. Alright, so I have officially hit 50,000 words. This is fantastic. So I'm over 50,000 words now on this manuscript. It took me a while. I want to say I started getting really serious about this version of the manuscript in January. So it's been almost a complete 3 months of working on it, and I want to say I'm maybe halfway done with it, maybe a little bit over half. So another 20,000 words for Camp NaNoWriMo, and that'll put me securely into the 70,000, like between 70 and 80,000 word range, and I'm thinking that I'll finish this up around 90,000 to 100,000 words. So I am still on track to have this novel finished by the end of May. That is still my goal. I'm happy with the direction this novel is going in. Today was a little bit tricky getting started. I didn't really know where I was going, so I had to take a short break, think about it, go back to my plotting board, look at my outline, and then the other thing I do is I have a list of all these events that need to take place, but I don't necessarily have them in order. So sometimes when I come across a scene that's kind of slow, or the transition is slow, or I'm not sure what to put in that scene, then I'll look at the list of events that still need to take place, and then many times I'm able to just take an event from that list and plug it into the manuscript, and then I am off and running again. So that's something that is new for this novel. I've never done that before, but I'm enjoying it. And I do often have to remind myself that the first draft is always the worst draft, and this is the hardest part of the process for me, just getting it all out that first time around. I really love the editing process because I can clean everything up and make it sound so nice and fit the puzzle pieces together properly. I just have to keep working hard, get through this first draft of the manuscript, and then I can finally get into the editing phase, which I am really looking forward to. So thank you so much for watching my Write With Me episode today. I will be making another Camp NaNoWriMo video this upcoming week, so let me know if there's anything specific you'd like for me to talk about. Oh, and before we go, I had one last Twitter question that I need to answer, so let's see what that is. The last Twitter question I received was, do you or are you going to pre-plan when you do word sprints for Camp Nano? I believe you're asking if I am going to plan out days and times when I'm going to be doing those word sprints. That's a really good question. Is this something that you guys would like for me to do? Would you like me to kind of put up a calendar of dates and times when I will be doing word sprints? Because originally I was just planning to kind of blast it out on Twitter when I was going to be doing one, but I think it would be a lot of fun to do larger kind of community word sprints together. So if you are interested in taking part in that, let me know in the comments down below, and then maybe I'll go ahead and get a calendar together so that we know ahead of time and it's kind of pre-planned so that we can say, okay, on Sunday I'm definitely going to spend this half hour or this hour just doing word sprints. And then you won't miss it, and we can have a lot of fun and chat about it while we're working. So I think that would be great to do. So again, please let me know down below if that is something that you would like to see from me, and then I can get that up for you in the next few days, because we only have like 5 or 6 days until writing begins. We are almost there. So again, thank you so much for watching this video for me today. I'll have a couple more up for you this coming week, and I will see you then. All right, bye.